What's going on, everybody? It's Ricky with Video Homicide, back with a very long-awaited video. Today we're going to be taking a look at the collection that sits behind me, and I think you guys are going to enjoy it. Now, the thing with collections and like how you display them and organize them, all that stuff, it is like a reflection of yourself, of your own personality. Like, there's no two collections that are going to be exactly the same, you know, and that's what I find very unique about it. It's almost like your own personal library, and it is honed to your taste. There's not much on this shelf that I would, you know, call crap. Most of this stuff. There's one movie, Grandpire, which is just dog shit, but I keep it on the shelf as a goof because it's funny to me. But, you know, with that being said, I hope everyone enjoys the video. Leave a comment. If you want me to talk about a certain thing that I don't touch upon in the video, definitely let me know, and I'll cover that in a future video. So with that being said, make sure you leave a 666 at the end of the video, and adios. I almost forgot to mention I have the notorious Lakeshore Strangler down there rocking some Video Homicide merch. He looks like a badass motherfucker with his little bandana. So there it is. That is the collection as it stands right now. Now, I do have a couple of boxes in my closet, and even in my living room over here I got a couple of boxes, but for the most part this is everything that I want out on the shelf at this particular point in time. Okay, so let's get into this shit. I'm not gonna go full on, you know, every single thing, but I just want to really give you a good overview. And if you see anything on the shelf that you'd like me to talk about, go ahead and leave a comment in the description. I'm just trying to look for stuff to pull up. Like this copy, The Beyond, near and dear to my heart, one of my uncles. This was a cool buy right here. This is a beta copy of Bruce Lee Fights Back from the Grave with the classic, iconic painted cover, which I love. Demons and Demons 2, of course. Heavy metal. We got the Video Homicide Cinema. Little how do you do. Ideally, I was going to take all my double tape tapes and put them right here, or like, you know, have them all together, but, you know, I haven't gotten them all together yet. I still have a bunch of tapes in my closet. Like, again, this is the majority of the, well, it's all the horror DVDs, some of the horror VHS tapes, like the ones, you know, I have a lot of stuff, like some Roger Corman crap, and just like a bunch of random stuff that is not on display, but like I said, this is some of my favorite. This is a sealed copy of Akira, which I love. Some Mario Bava. Color Correct My Cock. This is put out by some buddies of mine. It's a trailer compilation. They actually did a sequel called Color Correct My Cock 2. We got the Hammer collection right there. My girlfriend bought me the OG copy of Frankenstein. Original Gangsters. If you've not watched this, fucking check it out. It's, I believe, by Larry Cohen, and I think it's on Tubi, available to watch for free. Martin, Gates of Hell. This is a sealed copy of Fright Night, which I seen on eBay for like $4,000, which is ridiculous. We got a Beavis and Butthead lunchbox, of course. Sealed copy of Godzilla for $1. Yeah, man. Some H.G. Lewis. That's, I have the Blood trilogy, but it's all out of whack. Like, out of, you know, like this thing is still a work in progress. That's the thing. I think every collection is basically like a living, breathing organism. Got some John Hughes shit there at the end. My grandpa actually cut that out of wood. He was a, you know, amateur carpenter in his later years, and he did this pumpkin as well. What do we got behind here? Harder They Come, a Jamaican film classic. This is a Crash doll. This is a graffiti artist. A friend of mine bought this for me. What's behind it? Some random good stuff. Tougher Than Leather. I haven't watched that yet, but it's like a Run DMC sort of film, starring Reverend Run, at least as far as the little picture goes. Dawn of the Dead, director's cut from 2004. Love it. Painting I did. Actually, I did this painting in 2011, which is crazy. There's Fright Night 2, Clown House. Of course, Pinocchio's Revenge back there. A couple of bobbleheads my aunt bought me. My mom made me this little VHS doohickey. Eaten Alive, Toby Hooper. Rosemary's Baby, that one's sealed. This is still sealed. I got this from my girlfriend for Christmas. It's Lady in a Cage. Looks insane. Video Homicide thing my dad made. Some Cronenberg stuff. The Killer, of course. Another copy of Psychomania. The Warriors copy that I got from my buddy Marky for Christmas. Well, it wasn't technically for Christmas, but it was. I consider it like a Christmas gift. And then, oh, dropping shit. But moving on down here, this is all the tapes that my dad made back in the day, along with like this Wu-Tang thing I painted. I cut that out of wood. Older painting right there. If you want to take a look at all these tapes my dad did, there is a video with all of them in there, so you can check that shit out. My dad made that one. The Old Man Mask. There's my Shrunken Head Pedro. A couple of box sets. My girlfriend bought me this Tales from the Crypt box set. Got this Dolomite set for like $10. Hitchcock set from my girlfriend. Dead or Alive, got that from a cool shop. And then moving on to the DVDs. Again, if you're seeing anything that you want me to talk about in length, just let me know. Like, just to pull out a few random ones. This was fantastic, Bewitched. I did a video about that. Again, with The Beyond, I seem to be obsessed. Love that film. It's better every time I watch it. This is kind of a cool thing. It's like a compilation video, and I got this on tape as well, so that's a really cool one. I had that when I was younger, and then I sold it, and then I could never find it, and I always talked about it and like thought about it, and then I found it on tape, then I found it on DVD, and I was like, hell yeah. This was almost unwatchable. Yeah. Oh my God. We're gonna skip the whole alphabetical order thing and just continue here. Psychic Killer, that was fun. Severin, I believe, or Vinegar Syndrome, yeah. Repo Man, a lot of people really like that one. I thought it was okay. Raw Force, that's another one that I hear a lot of people say they like. I didn't really like it the first time I watched it, but then again, it was sort of like during the early days of me getting into this kind of weirder stuff, you know? Less common stuff, I should say. This is all non-horror stuff, but still some good stuff. Moby Dick, Bronx Warriors, The Exterminator, Coffee, Serpico, a really cool Christopher Lee documentary I haven't watched yet. Heavy Metal is pulled out because I'm always watching heavy metal. Oh man, White Boy Rick. This was a fun flick based on a true story. This is a cool documentary directed by Michael Rappaport, who's like this total political figure all of a sudden over the last couple of years. Colors, love it. Hard Boiled and The Killer, like 2-pack, which is sick. Paid like $20 for that, but I love those films. This is a cool addition. Rest in peace, Sonny Chiba, but that's like the Kill Bill almost variant. Another one I haven't watched, but I've been meaning to watch is the Omega Syndrome. Looks dope. Bunch of random DVDRs and stuff. The Gate 1 and 2, The Changeling. Some Bronson. Here's a sealed copy of Boys in the Hood. Love Boys in the Hood. There's my Lethal Weapon complete series. Raphael, my cousin, bought me a little safe with nothing in it. Bunch of just little random trinkets. Greedo, the Predator, and Caesar. Blind Fury. There's a really good rapper that goes by the name Blind Fury, by the way, if you've not checked them out. I did a video recently on all these bootleg Japanese imports that I made for like literally cents on the dollar. Because the thing is, like, you want to buy these offline. You're looking at like to get all those movies, like legit copies, you're looking at hundreds of dollars. For me, it's just the case that I want. You know what I mean? Like, I can burn these movies or I could fucking tape them off, whatever, and, you know, it costs me like $2, but to order it to Canada, you're looking at hundreds. Like, it's bullshit. Here's a bootleg copy of Enter the Ninja, one of my favorite martial arts films. Bunch of my films right here. Some more DVDRs. We got Leprechaun in Space, Leprechaun in the Hood, Phantasm 1 through 4, some Steven Seagal flicks, some of my favorite, really, Marked for Death, Above the Law. Switchblade Sisters, I really liked. I really liked Combat Shock. I love 36 Chambers. I got the sequel somewhere along here. We'll find it. Death Wish, of course. That's a double. This is kind of unique. I was going to do a video about this, but all 5 of these martial arts films have the word 5 in them. So 5 Element Kung Fu, 5 Deadly Venoms, Return of the 5 Deadly Venoms, 5 Fingers of Death, and 5 Shaolin Masters, and of course, Canadian Bacon. Moving along, back into the horror stuff. Of course, we got The Thing, remake of The Thing, some Texas Chainsaw action, of course, Twilight Zone movie. Also the camera or the light just turned off, but that's okay. We're still doing okay. Street Trash, which everyone loves, is a bootleg. What the hell is this? Oh, that's Slumber Party Massacre. Shocking Dark, which is fucking crazy. Basically a ripoff of Terminator meets Aliens. Really good stuff. Fun stuff, really. A couple of copies of Dawn of the Dead. The difference between these two copies is one of the font is in gold and one of them's in yellow. Strange. This is just a bunch of, like, George Romero, Tom Savini videos I found off YouTube, like long-form videos. I love watching that type of stuff. Creepshow 1 and 2, and the Creepshow documentary Just Desserts, which was fucking awesome. Conjuring 1 and 2. I actually don't mind Conjuring 2. Conjuring 1's okay. I throw those on from time to time when I, like, just kind of want to watch a bullshit film. You know, or just, like, mess around on my computer and have something in the background. Those are always kind of just, like, you know, they take themselves pretty seriously, and I don't, so it's fun. Got Critters, Chud, TMNT, and Double Dragon. The Crazies. This would be the, there's the remake. This would be the Romero, Candyman 3, Clown from 2014, amazing. Cannibal Apocalypse, great film, did a video on that recently. Candyman, Color Correct My Cock 2. Oh, no, it was called Color Correct My Cock Can Fuck Off, is what it was called. Bootleg of fucking Clown House. Someone just left a comment on my video about that saying, how could you like this movie? It's made by an adrenochrome freak. And it was so fucked because when I seen the comment, I was like, oh, is that on like a Fear and Loathing video? No, it was on that. And it's weird because me and my buddy just watched Fear and Loathing like not long ago. And then, of course, Cannibal Holocaust, Cannibal Ferox, City by the Living Dead, or City of the Living Dead, the Chucky flicks. Moving down. Document of the Dead, which I believe this is definitely a bootleg, and is also on that DVD, but you know how it is. Don't Go in the House. I believe that's a Video Nasty. The Devil's Reign, fun stuff. Devil's Rejects, of course. Devil, which is like a horror movie that takes place on an elevator. Demons 1 and 2. Deep Red, bootleg. You know, it sucks that they're bootleg, but I don't give a fuck, man, because honestly, some of the stuff is just too much. Like, if it's like over $50, man, I'm not buying it. You know? This was interesting. Driller Killer by Abel Ferreira. Shout out to the Trash Dash. You put me onto that. Bunch of random E stuff. My brother bought me this Frankenstein Legacy collection that has all these films. Fuck yeah. The Video Nasties Part 2 box, like documentary show or movie or documentary. It was cool. Wish I could get Part 1. It's expensive as fuck. I've seen it once, never seen it again, and now like it's just unfindable. Versus the Dead, great Canadian horror film. VFW, another great fucking horror film. Good modern, good stuff. The only thing that ruined that movie for me was the girl. Of course, my movie Video Homicide is right beside Videodrome, which I love. Fucking love Videodrome. VHS 1 and 2. We got the Video Dead, Toxic Avenger, Nightmare City, and Invaders from Mars on this boot. Vanishing on 2nd Street. Video Violence, always fun. Vampire in Brooklyn. 3 from Hell. Some of the zombie stuff. We got the Park Chan-wook, I believe, right? Was that the guy's name? Yeah, Park Chan-wook. He did Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance, Old Boy, and then Lady Vengeance. This is a really good movie right here. I believe I watched it online, Chasing the Dragon. Lethal Weapon 1 through 4, of course. The Mummy with Tom Cruise. Haven't watched that shit yet. Brightburn. I wanted to watch that when it came out. Missed the opportunity to see it in theater, so I found it at a thrift store for like $1. I'm like, of course. Akira, Cowboy Bebop, the animated show. This is Cowboy Bebop, the film. Boondocks, some Ren and Stimpy. My girlfriend bought me these. I watched the first volume. I just kind of forgot about it. I got to check those out because I really love me some Ren and Stimpy. Female Prisoner Scorpion, of course, the set. All bootleg, of course. Same with the Lady Snowblood, but hey, they're there. Lone Wolf and Cub. Criterion. We got Shogun Assassin, which I believe is in here. And then 2 of the films. Some other stuff. A sketchbook. This was, this right here. If I can show this off without fucking everything up. Sort of like my movie diary. Whenever I was watching stuff, I was writing this shit down. So I should probably update that. I'm just going to put this like that for now. Gangs of New York in there. We got 2000 Maniacs, another H.G. Lewis. Exterminator on tape. Some Kubrick. Grampire, one of the worst fucking films. Me and my dad watched this like a couple years ago. It was so bad. We still make fun of it. Some just random stuff. Coneheads I love. Some Disney type movies moving along. We got some Sonny Chiba stuff, some PS2 games, sealed copies of the Lethal Weapon set or series. Another copy of Demons, Anaconda, Vampire in Brooklyn. These are weird. I bought these from a buddy at a tape show kind of thing. It's like taking photos from The Killer, but it's not. And Hard Boiled, but it's not. It's like not at all. And then here's the one with fucking Danny Lee and Chow Yun-Fat on the cover. Ridiculous. Dead Alive, of course. Sealed copy of 2000 Maniacs upside down. 4 of 5 of the Bruce Lee tapes, though the other one's on here somewhere. Bunch of randomness. Bad Boys with Sean Penn. Fantastic. Internal Affairs, which is great. If you've seen The Departed, watch that flick. I actually got part 2, Internal Affairs, right there, and then part 3 as well, which I've not watched part 2 or 3. There's some Wu-Tang DVDs. I mentioned this one earlier, Harder They Come on DVD. The Last Dragon, which is great. Sort of a fan favorite. Some random exploitation-y stuff. Box sets. This is a really fun one, man. The Blair Witch one, I love that. This one I did not love. The Cannibal Massacre set. Back into the horror. No, nothing too crazy. Like, I don't really go out of my way to buy, like, the super expensive stuff, but, you know, it happens from time to time. The Grindhouse releases I love. Like, I Drink Your Blood. Jaws, Bluray, it looks like a VHS. Some more random stuff. All the Friday the 13th films. There's Death Wish 1 through 5 on tape. Some Takashi Miike stuff. First Blood, Harikari, and Ichi the Killer. The Raid 2. Raid 1 is somewhere in my apartment. Excuse me. Some Schwarzenegger and Seagal. Dog Soldiers I love. The Killer, that version of The Killer's sealed. More random ass stuff, man. Coffee on tape, of course. What the hell we got here? Young Frankenstein. Some other random stuff. Those are all bootleg of like Chuck Norris, Donnie Yen, Van Damme type movies. Down here, coming soon, that's sealed. It's a documentary about horror films. Vamp was good. Monster Squad. This is kind of cool. This is not your grandpa's Monster Squad. It's like a bootleg. There's nothing in it, but I seen it at a shop and I bought it. A couple of bucks. Why not? Zombie, a bootleg of Zombie. Chopper Chicks in Zombie Town is fun. Maximum Overdrive. Funhouse, great stuff. Yakuza Law is good. Cops vs. Thugs is great. Here's like the 3 or the 4 video game movies I own, like Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, and Double Dragon. Sealed Chinese Connection. Hell yeah. Martin. That's a bootleg of Martin, which I love. Massacre at Femur Creek is a good Canadian short film. Lords of Salem. Bunch of random stuff. It's actually in alphabetical order, though. Tales from the Hood. Tombs of the Blind Dead. Terror Train. Trilogy of Terror. Videodrome. Bunch of really fun stuff. The Howling. Manhunter. Street Fighter, of course. Blood Feast. H.G. Lewis. Body Bags. Asylum. Love that anthology. Tales from the Crypt. The Boogeyman, which scared the fuck out of me as a kid. There's that other Bruce Lee. Alice, Sweet Alice. Hellraiser. Bones. Yeah. Well, fuck. That wasn't too bad, was it? That's all of the stuff that's out on display right now. It took a long time to get all this stuff like this, to be honest with you, but I'm proud of what I got. And I'm finally glad I got to show this off to you fuckers. So with that being said, leave a comment, subscribe, leave a 666 in the comments for sure. And if you see anything you want me to talk about, just let me know. With that being said, adios. Peace. Check out the previous video where I'm selling my comic and zine. And yeah, that's about it, man. We're going to leave this on Pedro. What do you got to say, Pedro? When he fucking comes to life and fucking murders me?